Good morning, everyone. The last 1.5 days has been great. We heard from market leaders about brands, platforms, mobile, online, and more. But this is about to get sexy. Because I'm here about the content. Content fuels technology. Without fuel, you can have a car that does not move. So remember that. We've had the opportunity to examine the concept of taking content beyond the small screen, and we've been through many conferences. And a lot of people are very, keen on this subject, and they all want to hear more about it, as the world has become more fragmented, and some would argue polarized. And I say polarized because we have cinemas that has 4-story high screens with the IMAX, and we have 3D cinemas, and we have 4D, screens as well. And at home we buy, and I know I do, I have a 50-plus screen LCD HD in my living room. I don't know why, because I watch a lot of content on my iPad, so, but you get a lot of, so the world's getting polarized. You got the big screen, and you've also got the small screens. But it all comes back to one thing. It comes back to content. Viacom is a pure content play company. Our content brands include MTV, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, Paramount Movie Channels, and more. And we are seen in 700 million households in 170 countries. Because we are a content company, 50% of my presentation is going to be video-led. So let's start things off first by what we have.
Gotta give me a hug.
Wow. That is pretty impressive.
Sawadika!
Big is dick. Bring on Geordie Shore.
Thank you very much.
Malaysia, let me hear you scream!
Making great brands, shows, and characters is what we do best. We don't engineer, we create. And the best part is whatever we create, we own, so therefore it can live in any platforms. While we don't engineer technology, we're serving the audiences who are driving the adoption of new technology, from preschoolers with Nick Jr., kids, tweens, teens watching Nickelodeon, the young adults watching MTV, and the tech-savvy adult audiences tuning into Comedy Central. For us, that means we need to be constantly in touch with how their tech habits and tastes are evolving. We have a constant dialogue with our audience, and this in turn informs our content. We've learned to rely on them to lead us and inform our platforms too. I think there are a lot of assumptions that people are making about how and when audiences are consuming content. For us, we believe that Viacom's content is valuable, and we continuously seek to grow revenues by maximizing windows, usage occasions, platforms, devices, and distributors. Basically, we are platform agnostic. We want our content in every place audiences are watching and interacting with it. There's tremendous opportunity to entertain these audiences across all screens, but we do that effectively, and to do that effectively, we have to start with research. Most recently, we conducted the broadest single study of the millennial generation to date. It is called The Next Normal. With 15,000 respondents across 24 countries, including Singapore, China, India, and Japan, the goal was to examine the attitudes, values, perspective, and media consumption habits of people aged 9 to 30. First and foremost, we know from the likes of Nielsen that with persons 2+, there is a worldwide increase in time spent watching television. And respondents in The Next Normal told us that television and television content still plays a very important role in their lives. And I'm really glad, because without that, I would not have a job. So here the stat says 57% own one, but 100% have access to one. On a global average, 77% still watch television in their living room. But most telling, 41% of 9 to 30 years old says TV offers me effortless entertainment. 30% say, I can't imagine my life without television. It's not surprising then that much of content millennials, 15 to 24 years old audiences, the heaviest users of digital devices is watching professionally produced television content. And why? First is to catch up on missed episodes. Second, it allows them to watch shows when they want to. And it enables them to be flexible. Therefore, they watch shows while they are on the go. In other words, they want it, and they want it now. We see this particularly true in Asia. One of the key takeaways from that, rather than defining the millennial generation technology, the technology is more of an enabler. If asked, a millennial might say, technology doesn't make me who I am, it lets me be who I am. So what does that mean for us as content creators? Along with watching TV, these audiences follow shows and characters 24/7. On Twitter, they watch clips online, download apps to play games, they put like on talent on Facebook, and this list will only get longer. While the infiltration of digital means that TVs have to share eyeballs, more screen mean more video consumption and more engagement with content. It's our investment in research like The Next Normal that allows us to share this expertise with commercial partners to create content that builds engagement level across all screens. Now, let's hear from some of our brand partners on what they say about engaging with youth today.
Open Gangnam Style.
To connect with the young audience, brands must stay relevant and let the young audience dictate how and what they want the brand to be.
Just the way we like it.
Youth are open to all sorts of information, and they could change their opinions on the fly. We have to adapt to those changes while still sticking to our brand promise and being consistent to what we are as a brand.
You have to look at their lifestyle. It's really inevitable to give an outlet not only on television but on digital devices as well.
In fact, it's even easier nowadays for brands to actually connect with consumers because young adults now make their views very, very clear through various platform channels. So really all you need to do is listen to what they're saying and speak to them directly.
We need to leverage the passion points or interests such as music, sport, or even social activism, and collaborate with a partner who has access and understands his audience.
As content creators, we must acknowledge that the millennials are changing the way we program and do business. With TV still at the core of the entertainment experience, it's our challenge to create excellent content for the main TV screen and also these other devices to build engagement. Keeping in mind that TV is still the core viewing experience, we see the opportunity to grow beyond the small screen by expanding upon known and loved characters and properties and creating content that taps into their desire to interact with characters and other fans as well as follow talent. We leverage our brand, creative, and commercial expertise to create bespoke engagement opportunities across our platforms. Now let's look at some example. First is SpongeBob SquarePants, and I'm sure all of you know SpongeBob SquarePants. If not, you're not in the know, and you're not into the pop culture icon. SpongeBob has more friends on Facebook than the Beatles or Twilight, and the property is showcased across television, online, mobile, as well as several apps and consumer products. In 2014, he's gonna get his second movie. Now we're taking SpongeBob into a whole new world, something we're very excited and proud of because it is made in Asia. But you know what? This would not be possible 13 years ago when we first started the series. It is because of technology that we're able to develop SpongeBob Town, or SpongeBob living in his Bikini Bottom world in a massively multiplayer online game, or MMOG. This allows fans to interact with SpongeBob and his Bikini Bottom friends in a brand new way. We wanted to offer an immersive experience online for lovers of SpongeBob, something both first-time gamers and gaming enthusiasts would enjoy. It is suitable for kids and adults of all ages. Even first-time gamers will have no problem in getting to the action of the game. All you need is an internet browser. So we will be rolling this out in the next couple of months in Asia, in all the English-speaking markets, and later on throughout the year in other languages. So look out for that. Okay, before I introduce the second example, I just want to poll the room a little bit. Who has been on online dating? Be honest. Oh, come on. We all have been. Now, who's honest enough to post your own picture? Okay, then you know what, you'll be familiar. I know you won't put up your hand, but you know, you'll be familiar with the second subject or example that I have for you. You know, sometimes connection beyond the small screen doesn't have to be about the technology, but rather it could be about the platforms that millennials are already engaging with on a daily basis. A recent example of content that captures this generation's use is the social media. On social media is Catfish, the TV show, which launched on MTV last month.
Hi, I'm Neve. A couple years ago, I fell in love online. Turns out my crush wasn't who I thought she was. Not only that, my brother and his filmmaking partner shot the whole thing and turned it into a documentary that was a pretty big hit. Suddenly, my inbox was exploding with emails. It felt like everyone on the internet wanted to tell me about their bizarre online romance. I should just pursue every single one of these leads, and we should make a show of it. So that's what we decided to do. Dear Neve, I'm in an online relationship with the greatest guy ever. One problem. We haven't met yet. I need the help of someone who's been through this experience before, and that's you.
Hey!
Hey!
Hi!
Hey, man.
I love her, I love Abby.
The connection we built is really something once in a lifetime.
The next step for us is to sort of dig in.
Yeah, go ahead and investigate. Let the research begin. Uh-oh, we got something.
Who is this person?
I don't know.
I just hope he is who he is.
This could just be another fake profile.
He says she's who she says she is. He's married. It means that the person she's been talking to is a fake.
This is bad news.
She's a catfish.
I just don't understand what's going on.
Guys.
Hello?
Catfish, Sundays at 11 p.m. with repeats at these times, only on MTV.
As I mentioned earlier, young people don't see technology as defining them, but rather as an enabler to live their super now, hyper-connected daily lives. Technology and social media underpins relationships and plays an important part in sustaining happiness and broadening horizons. MTV truly captures that reality and outlook in the poignant and balanced docuseries. We'll be making a local version of Catfish here in Asia, and I'm going to be getting all your names, and I'm going to make sure that you guys are in the TV show. Next is about the creating brand engagement. Along with creating great characters and content, we also pride ourselves on designing creative brand engagement for our clients. Around the world, our platforms provide opportunities to connect and engage with millennial audiences, from on-air to on the ground across digital platforms or original productions. We're committed to giving clients the opportunity to tap into our expertise and partner with us to create experiences that resonates with audiences. 2012 has been a watershed year for Asian music. The success of Psy and the rise of the Asian K-pop create tremendous opportunities for MTV and its clients. Why? Because MTV's events captured the attention of the world. MTV VMAs, which is the Video Music Awards in the US, was the third most discussed event on Twitter in 2012. It was after the US presidential election and the London Olympics. In November last year, MTV EMA, which is the European Music Awards, smashed social media records with a 104% increase in tweets during the live telecast, accounting for 8 of the top 10 trending topics of the night. And this confirms actually Sarah Eve's from Initiative Statistics that says 85% of the social conversation is about TV shows. With Asian artists capturing the best worldwide act at the last 2 MTV EMAs, Big Bang in 2011 and Hangeng in 2012, and Psy capturing the Video of the Year, which is amazing, fans are ignoring borders as Asian artists develop massive overseas followings. Asian fans also went into overdrive in China and across Asia. And it is not just the MTV audience that's driving this. Nickelodeon's kids audience is also more and more engaged and driving record engagement levels. Nickelodeon's 26th Annual Kids' Choice Awards that will be in LA later this month includes Favorite Asian Act category featuring first-time nominees Hangeng from China, Psy from Korea. In fact, Psy has been nominated in Korea and in France. And that's kind of weird because if he's going to win, he's going to be winning in many different countries. And Sarah Geronimo from Philippines and Sheila Amza from Malaysia. I'm sure Asian fans will contribute hugely. So if you're a One Direction, Hangeng, or Psy fan, get voting now on nickasia.com. Fueling global conversations in social media, within the press, and across our linear and digital channels is something we can offer to our clients. Those are just some global examples, but now I'm going to share with you some of our Asian examples. MTV World Stage in Malaysia is the largest event that we do in Southeast Asia. We made history in Malaysia in 2009. It was actually a franchise on MTV. Every Friday night at 11 o'clock, around the world, you get to see World Stage. So what we did was we took that franchise and created an on-the-ground event. And we partnered with the Resort World and also Celcom. The attendance is up to 18,500, and we have also tweets and and also people going online and getting tickets, and we engage with the fans through the various platforms. And if it weren't for that, then I don't think we would have been able to create a phenomenal event like World Stage in Malaysia, which has been compared to the Woodstock. And the talents that we brought are like Katy Perry, Justin Bieber, 30 Seconds to Mars, Jay Park, Kara, Wonder Girls, Beast, Miss Nina, Pop Shavit. I'm sure you all want my name card after this presentation because I get to give away those tickets. And so we also, use our Facebook fans like we have over 500,000. With Celcom's involvement in all the 4 MTV World Stage production, it opened the door for us to do more. And this is where we went deeper with our level of engagement by creating Pin My Ride Malaysia. We took MTV's most well-known property, and I'm sure you know Pin My Ride, and we created a local version that aired on MTV Asia. At the same time, we engaged consumers across Celcom Xpac's mobile network. Fans who wanted their clunker to get ultimate makeover entered Xpac's What You Want campaign, an incentive to get customers to subscribe to tailor-made prepaid mobile packages. Next is on travel and tourism. We've heard of this subject in the yesterday and also earlier today. It is a growing affluence. With the growing affluence of the Asians, we've seen more millennials traveling more often than before, and therefore it opens a lot of opportunity for deeper engagement with the travel and tourism industry. On the NIC front, we've been able to grow our relationship with Star Cruises and offer holidaymakers of a one-of-a-kind family experience at sea. It started very simply with a SpongeBob meet and greet, but it quickly evolved into a more immersive multi-property execution that included live shows and gamings. With our youth brand MTV, we work with Sunway Resorts, who has been a partner in World Stage, and we're also working with Resorts World Sentosa, producing both the MTV show and also our live performance series called MTV Sessions at their waterfront studio. Let's see what they have to say.
I want to take you with me. You ready? Let's go!
Traditionally, our brand is not a brand that resonates well with the youth, so we created a sub-brand which needed a bit of help. We saw a nice consistency between our Xpax brand and MTV. I think we found the right partner in MTV when it comes to youth collaborations.
What's up, Malaysia?
We partner with MTV for World Stage is that we find MTV as a good platform to work together to showcase our fully integrated resort city. Our relationship with MTV is strong over the past 4 years as we've done MTV World Stage in Malaysia, and we can continue to grow with MTV as both companies are passionate and committed to their business internationally and locally in Malaysia as well.
RWS has this great facility called the Waterfront Studio. It's fully equipped with HD cameras, full lighting grid, great sound. We were looking for a partner with a good brand and strong distribution channels to bring this facility and the shows done in this facility out into the wider world. Having MTV really does add a different dimension to RWS offerings. RWS being a very strong brand and MTV of course being a very well-known iconic brand. So two together are actually a very good marriage.
Let me see your hands, come on!
We know youths are really into events, so MTV World Stage was a perfect vehicle. It's a big event in a big scale. MTV Pin My Ride was something which is really unique. It's something which you watch on TV. To dream of it happening to you is something that usually you cannot achieve. We've made sure every year we do something new, something better and more interesting. I think we collaborate at a level unachievable with a lot of partnerships. We've seen our brand start to appeal more, and that's why we continue this collaboration with MTV.
This is the MTV show.
The value of having a regular weekly flagship show on the premises kind of helps with the branding and positioning of the studio. It's a place where exciting things happen on a weekly basis.
Another example of leveraging our content beyond the small screen is demonstrated by our relationship with Gao. It is a video streaming channel of Yahoo Japan. We started the relationship with Gao when they sponsored the MTV Video Music Aid Japan, the event that we produced in response to the earthquake and tsunami disaster in 2011. We brought Lady Gaga, AKB48, Girls' Generation, Tokyo Hotel, and more to converge in Tokyo to help support the Red Cross and also Japan's tourism. So we figured if Lady Gaga would go to Japan, that would be safe for everybody to travel to Japan. We built on that partnership, and our relationship expanded into a digital content delivery that has proven to be tremendously successful. We created MTV Satellite on Gao. Gao sites created for other entertainment brands such as Mnet, NHK, Broadcast Satellite Channel, and Broadcast Satellite Channel, D-Live, generated about 300,000 page views per month. In comparison, MTV Satellite, with our content, was attracting over 10 times that amount, with December 2012 hitting close to 4 million page views. Short-form programming like Usavage is a 90-second animation created specifically for mobile in Japan. It is a good example where mobisodes that went to linear. It's performing incredibly well. In December, Usavage garnered 2.6 million views, 3 times more than the previous month. Another digital example from Japan is MTV81. It is in partnership with Dentsu. MTV81 is a new English language digital destination showcasing Japanese music and pop culture via original content, interviews, music videos, and editorial. In case you're wondering, 81 refers to the international dialing code for Japan. I argued this with my boss. I told him that 81 was the Japan's dialing code, and he said, no, that's when MTV was born. So it was just happens to be the same 81. That was quite interesting, I thought. Anyway, MTV81 serves as a gateway to Japanese pop culture for the 18 to 34-year-old international audience. It gives an insider's perspective to what is shaping in the pop culture landscape in Tokyo, Kyoto, Hiroshima, and other cultural hotspots. MTV81's charter sponsors were Intel and Daiichi Kosho, and we hope to work closely with Dentsu on bringing more brands to this platform.
Feel the pulse. Take the leap.
Lenovo chose to partner with MTV since MTV is an iconic destination for global millennials and represents a sweet spot between music and entertainment. Our collaboration with MTV has been very strong, not just in the region, but also in each of the countries that we engage in. There's a lot of ownership at the MTV side, so the collaboration overall has been very good for us.
Lenovo MTV Collab. Dream it, make it together.
第一にやはり良質な MTV のコンテンツがあったということが大変重要だと思っています。これにですね、私どもの提供するときにですね、
そのお客様に対してきちっとリコメンドをですね提供できたというのがもうこの2つが掛け合わさったことが最大の効果を生んだ一番の原因じゃないかなと思います。MTV との関係は強固なものです。なぜなら私どもすでに2回取り組んでおります。特にですね2年前日本は東日本大震災という地震がありました。その直後に行われました VMJ ミュージックエイドジャパンですね、ここでのですねやはり御社と一緒になった企画のですね、感動とですね喜びというのはですねもうさらに強固な信頼関係を持ったんじゃないかなと思っています。
MTV in Japan has a very strong youth audience. It's not just the media part that we like. It gives an opportunity for the client to understand that the youth can come to concerts and events and actually feel the experience that music can actually collaborate with the client's brand. Dentsu, with their relationship with MTV, can bring those opportunities to the client. We really like MTV.
Clearly, he is a fan. Well, to conclude, when content meets technology, the result is an experience. New and emerging media technologies are allowing audiences to experience our content in more ways than one. And as technologies continue to evolve, we will see consumer experience fueled by content beyond what we can imagine today. We see ourselves as a pure content player that invests in where and how audiences are watching and developing content to fit that behavior. We offer marketeers the opportunity to leverage our audience research, our reach, our platforms, and our audience engagement to help build stronger connections to the brands that resonate with them. Creativity is key to this mix, something we proudly nurture as part of our DNA. It is an exciting time in our business, and even better time to be a fan. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Indra Suharjono.